Here we are again. And it's the Don't Look Down podcast. And my name is Richard John Walters. And this is my partner,
Kiki McBride. Hi.
the partners. And we're the Don't Look Down podcast. And we are the Coexistence Coalition. You know, like I said, slowly we would build. Mm-hmm. And there's still two of us after a number of weeks have passed, months probably, a couple months. But
that's okay.
That's all right. We're just starting out, huh? Right?
Yeah, and the purpose is to put thoughts out into the world so we can all help each other.
Right.
It doesn't have to be us. It could be others. We want to participate in making the world a better place for all of us.
That's right. That's why we're generating ideas. So like the Coexistence Coalition is, it may not sound serious, but it is serious. It is serious. Like
yes.
we want to create a political party or movement. All right. Coexistence. We're making America great again. We clearly haven't. Or coexistence. We want to exist. How about that? How about everybody survive, dickheads, instead of only the strong survive? Apparently, not only the strong survive, because you guys are a bunch of dickheads running the country right now. You fucking bullies. I'm coming out to fight. Rah, rah, rah. All right, sorry, honey.
Oh, it's all right. Everybody at some point in their life is the weaker link. At some point in our lives, we're all the weaker link in some capacity. Let's just work and strengthen each other so that we can build a stronger foundation.
Right.
It's very simple.
I've said this silly analogy metaphor before. Let's say perhaps something happened wherein something crazy happened, and there was a huge planet. Damn it. Say there was some goddamn volcano or fucking meteor or fucking something hit the fucking planet, right? And then like only 80 of us survived or something, right? Like say that happened. Sorry, honey, you stay there.
Quite all right, Dan.
Yeah. Right? So like say that happened. And then like say you had 80 people that could communicate with each other, right? Mm-hmm. Could you recreate the human race? Right? They'd have to cooperate, wouldn't they, to recreate the human race? Well, they talk about enough. What are they? You have to have enough animals or whatnot. If you're bringing back a species, they have to have enough size to breed, interbreed, blah blah blah. Diversity. There's a better word I'm looking for. But anyways, so you might say, that's not enough human beings. You need like 800. All right, probably 800 might fill the planet if they were breeding. All right, but they would have to cooperate to survive, right? 80, 800, 8,000. You got to cooperate to survive. 80,000. You have to cooperate to survive. Come on, man. We have to cooperate to survive. It's coexistence. Let's get the lead out of our asses. That's what it's about. That's the ethos. That's what we're doing here, man. So we want to get something going because for me, the Democrats did not prosecute Donald Trump. Sorry. Yes, Virginia, he is a fucking criminal. And, I got hassled in a fucking goddamn turnpike. I think it's either Somerset or fucking, I don't know which one it was. By a bunch of truckers, not bikers, I love bikers. And truckers, I love truckers too. But these guys, this one white guy was wearing a black Kevlar vest, and he's bragging about being there on January 6th. This is like in April, after the fucking whole thing went down. And fucking Merrick Garland's not fucking prosecuting anybody, and everybody's getting hassled because nobody knows right from wrong. You've got to set right from wrong from the top. You have to enforce the rule of law, or it deteriorates. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, I had such great confidence watching Joe Biden turn over power to fucking Donald Trump. Way to go, Joe. Yeah, you really showed it. You showed the world the peaceful transfer of power. Because you couldn't prosecute Trump, you little pussy. All right. I love Young London, man. I hate him. I hate both of those guys. I really do. And then Trump, what do you want me to say, man? How many forms? Like, I got Trump here, yeah. What is TDS? Trump derangement syndrome? You think so? You're supporting a pedophile, a criminal, a guy that has us in a war. A guy, apparently, hey man, there was a firefighter shot at that Butler free-for-all where Trump allegedly was attempted, there was an alleged attempted assassination. You go back and look at that tape. First shot, he goes like this across his face, and there's blood. Oh! And they all go down the road. Second shot, they kill that firefighter. That guy was a hero, that firefighter. I remember because he saved some people over that steel mill or wherever it was. Yeah, he saved some people. And guess what? The next day at that In-N-Out, this local In-N-Out store, the Indians own down the street. This white person comes in. Next day, she goes, see, that firefighter got shot up in Butler. He got shot up in Butler, and he saved somebody at that steel mill. It's not worth it. It's not worth it trying to save anybody if you're going to die anyway. That's what she said. And I want every fucking preacher and pastor and goddamn priest to get off their fucking ass and start preaching about this. Fuckers! Do you realize how evil that is? Do you have any idea? Sorry. I'm really upset.
Yeah, I can understand why. I mean, we don't want to see, we want to believe, as humans, we want to believe, right, that there's good in the world. We want to believe that. We know that there's not all good in the world. But we all would like to see consequence for bad behavior as well. Whether you are a CEO or whether you're selling bread, you should be treated the same, right?
Yeah,
we don't want to see good people go down. We don't want to see good people struggle because they're doing the best they can. It's very frustrating.
There are bad people at the top that are tearing down our democracy. And some fucking priests and pastors and preachers need to fucking wake up. Get off your asses. And you fat asses with guns, you need to wake up the fuck too. I'm talking to men. Get off your fucking asses. Get your head out of your asses. You think this animal's good for the country? Are you out of your minds? Goddamn Joe Rogan and those fucking goddamn podcasters. Thanks for making this animal president. You didn't know? You didn't know this guy was bad? He is evil as fuck. Time to wake up. Sorry.
Love it.
All right. Fucking moving right along. All right. That's what the fuck, man? Someone's got into me today. All right. That's the rule of law.
You're frustrated. It's hard to watch injustices, right? It's hard to watch.
Oh, Christ, man. I was just watching this. Who fucking had that, man? Last night, it's getting worse every day or something. Podcast. I think these guys were Canadian, man. They broke it down.
Was it?
And like Tim Dillon was like laughing about it the other day. Yeah. You watch the breakdown. There are so many fucked up things. You can't even prosecute Trump for that goddamn fake assassination attempt. Fuckers. Motherfuck. All right. Rich has to get through this moment. I'm sorry again for losing my temper.
No, you're not losing your temper at me. You're losing your temper at this current situation. It's hard to watch people on the take. It's hard to watch people get away with crimes and ugly things when the average Joe is doing what they can do to get through the day,
All right, so that's...
You prey on the weak. If you prey on the weak, it's purely evil, right?
So we are going to save this country. We're going to save this democracy. Get off your asses. Sorry. Please come to 5005 Penn Avenue and share some good times. And like, I don't know.
Ideas.
You're right. We need ideas, man. We're like on the fly. We're building, the planks of our party, rule of law. Is that what you call it, a plank? Oh, yeah, I don't even know. All right, so foundation. All right, party planks. Anyway, so the next thing is strengthening the social safety net, Medicare, Medicaid.
Education for children.
Disability. That's right. Education for children. I mean, well, I'm talking about, the social safety net, whereby if there's no net to catch you, you're homeless. That's what I mean. Right. All right. How do you stay out of that? Well, there's Section 8 programs and, Medicare, Medicaid. And there's Social Security disability. I include minimum wage. All right, so that's that. And then I got this big idea for connecting every county seat in the lower 48, anyway, states, every state. Every county seat in every state connected by a rail to each other. A giant tapestry woven together. It weaves together America, okay? And I'm going to cover the, all right, hey man, you Second Amendment right guys, all right, fine. Well, I won't mess with you, but you got to help me. You got to help me reduce violence in everywhere across the country.
Reduce violence.
Right, I have this idea where, men and women are coming to help children, and you're helping them read out of a book that maybe you guys publish, or I figure out what the fuck to say in it, or we educators figure out what to say. You start with 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old kids, or earlier, 10, 11, whatever, man. Get them reading. I saw this great program and read about it in Mississippi where reading is fundamental. Reading got their brains going. Reading brought up the scores of these kids that weren't really scoring well. My very scientific words, obviously. But anyways, reading was very, I had this vision of people, men and women, who like their goddamn guns. Now you're coming in the classroom and you're teaching the kids to fucking read. Okay? Let's do it. And then what else on that? AI to figure out who these fuckers are to begin with. And then, you've got surveillance as part of that program, and then blah, blah, blah. All right, so we'll talk about that later. All right, the last hot topic that was so hot. So hot. All right, so we propose. Well,
he proposes, but
well,
it's good. I agree.
Well, she proposes. She organizes my ideas. You do.
Thank you.
So, I don't, this is sort of person. Well, here. It's Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
And we have a mother here.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are lots of mothers out there, too.
Right. There's a sisterhood of motherhood that I never really knew about or wanted to experience until I met my beautiful friend, Christine. Kiki. Yes. Yeah, man. Can we talk about your family or no? All right. Let's go. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So, anyways, but you used to live in Italy, right? Can we say that?
That's correct.
Yeah. Can we say how many years?
Sure. Almost 2 decades.
Yeah, almost 2 years. Yeah. So she's raised children over in Italy, here in the United States.
Yeah.
So she knows a lot about motherhood. But anyways, right?
Yeah, there's a large age gap too, so that you can see the difference, how parenting's changed.
Yeah. And so if we get the gun people on board, all right, get them on board to help us. Yeah, because because we want them to kick the fuckers in the White House out in 2028. That's why we need them, kids. I'm not kidding. God bless us, everyone. Now, let's talk about the women. All right, this is what I thought. Reproductive rights. Okay, because I saw, this is probably more than you want to know, Governor Hochul on television or wherever it was, and an unguarded moment. The Dobson decision came down, and she said something like, "I was 12 weeks before I knew I was pregnant," And then, I'm sorry, did you tell me a story in Italy? Can we talk about that? The woman that's 14 weeks? You want to talk about that?
No, I mean, that was her, a difficult moment. Some women realized they're pregnant much later.
Right.
And was in a terrible situation, so that
Right.
I have compassion for people who find themselves in unplanned pregnancies. Let's put it this way.
Right.
And the options are limited. You go forward and have a child that you don't think you can provide for.
Right.
You put a child up for adoption, you can terminate a pregnancy, right? But I don't.
Was it 12 weeks in Italy? Was that?
Yes, it's 12
It was
weeks.
12 weeks. Okay.
Italy's changing their rules too. They're becoming more right wing as well. Their value, they're pushing moving forward with pregnancies now. When before it was like separation of church and state, so it was purely a medical decision as opposed now to like a moral dilemma in some capacity, right?
So, but it's still 12. It's a hard 12. And then you ran into a person that was 14, and she was from the Ukraine, and she had a couple kids, didn't she?
Back in the Ukraine, and she was working in Italy to
support them.
To support them, and then found herself pregnant again.
Right.
So, that's...
What do you say to a woman like that? Too bad? Well, you shouldn't have thought about that. Huh? You knew about that when you got into it. I am so tired of men who talk that way. I go to a goddamn church and I hear men talking about, oh, they should have known about that before they got into it, before they made love. You know what? Fuck you. You sit there and fucking put a yoke of weight upon somebody else that you cannot carry yourself. You dumb motherfuckers. I'd like to see you guys pregnant and fucking be in trouble. You cock-sucking fucking arrogant fucking motherfuckers. Fuck you. You're probably the same guys that fucking thought, oh, I fucking earned every goddamn cent I got, man. Fuck you, you assholes. Did you fucking ask to be born a man? Did you ask for your parents when you were born? Can you not think of any advantage that you had in this life? But you'd put a woman down, wouldn't you? Oh, I'd never make a choice like that. Piss off. All right, man.
They're already in a difficult situation.
Right.
And their lives are going to change dramatically, right? The women, and they're caring for someone else. Why would you make life harder for someone who's taking care of this new person who's coming into this planet? They didn't do it by themselves.
Right.
That
Yeah.
responsibility should be shared.
Well, Governor Hochul said, Kathy Hochul said, I was 12 weeks before I knew I was pregnant. So, like, I think any person, somebody is going to have to make a moral call. Like, I don't know. Is that cell mass that fits in a petri dish, does it have a soul? Tell me how many pins, tell me how many angels that I can fit on the head of a pin, and I'll tell you when life begins. Okay? Mr. Holy Man?
Well,
I'd never do that. I'd never be pregnant if I was a woman. I would be careful all the time. Fuck off. Shitheads.
Well, and there's predatory behavior too. And people who grew up not spoon-fed love, lick it off a knife, they'll take love where they can find it. And that might even be having a baby, they'll love them back because they don't feel love. There are lots of reasons why people get pregnant.
Okay, I'm so arrogant. I want to be this country's next, in 2028, I want to be this country's Grand Poobah. Mm-hmm. And anyway, you think about coming up with a comprehensive reproductive, it's not a reproductive rights, it's a fucking hospitalization. Why do you need it? because you have different states, you have women, 1 in 5, 1 in 4, with miscarriages. There needs to be an operation. The baby fetus has to be removed. Is that correct?
Well, if they're, sometimes the
Sometimes
heart
it just
beats
passes.
stops. Right. And there are lots of health concerns that can happen during a pregnancy. It's not
Right.
it's
So
not
it's
always linear, right?
Right. It's like if we got everybody on 16 weeks, okay, across the country, it's 16 weeks. All right, Kathy Hochul says, Governor Kathy Hochul says, I was 12 weeks before I knew. All right, extra. Your grand poobah says, okay, you get an extra month, 16 weeks. Because who knows? I don't know. But I'm, kind of like, as any other human, I'm going to meet Jesus pretty soon here, man. I mean, like, not too soon. You know what I mean, baby.
Well, you never know when.
Right. You never know when, man. And so if I meet Jesus, I'd say, hey, man, I just made the best call I could. Because I don't feel like viability is the right call. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. That's a rough thing. Like, that's a difficult thing. There's so many people out there trying to have children and they can't have them.
Right.
There are women who find themselves pregnant and they don't feel equipped to raise those children. Women can usually option for adoption, but women need the space and time to be able to have a pregnancy, a healthy pregnancy followed by doctors in a peaceful environment, right? We can't ask them to have children in a difficult environment. Or if they don't have the headspace to carry that through, it changes your body, it changes your life. Also, I do think that people look poorly on women who give away their children. They give them away. But if that woman knows that she's unable to care for that child properly, there's no shame in adoption, none whatsoever. It's an act of love, right?
I think the legislation is legal because of, substantive due process and equal protection of the law by way of the 14th Amendment application that applies to the states. The Fourth Amendment makes the Fifth Amendment apply to the states, I think. Oh, God, help me. But anyways, the rights, I think it's not just yet. Anyways, the argument is a constitutional law argument that, the constitutional protections apply to the states. Okay, the federal constitutional protections apply to the states. So there's unequal protection because in some states, obviously we've had we've had 4 deaths, 3 in Texas, 2 in 1 in Georgia from the dog, because the doctors didn't know what to do or whatnot.
They want to be persecuted.
Yeah, and so there's that. That can be developed more. But anyways, then we got into. I think we can get into. Well, here's what I was thinking about. All right, this young girl, she comes to the hospital, and this New Deal for a New Society, which your grand poobah is going to create. A social worker, a doctor, and a nurse come see her. And you say this happens now. Well, anyways, this is
to
what
some extent, and
right,
some
yeah.
agencies step in and take over.
Yeah, this is what I want to see at the local hospital, man. Fuck all this shit. I guess they go off camp or off. Planned Parenthood is away from the hospital
Planned
always.
Parenthood, yeah. Meet people where they're at for crying in Christmas.
Yeah, I
They're in a
think what the
difficult
fuck?
moment.
You let them go to a fucking local hospital and get treated. Can't they do that?
Yeah.
Well, they can't do it now, but that's what they should do.
I mean, it's a time sensitive thing.
Right, and then, all right, fuck it, man. Let's say it. It's abortion, it's adoption, or support, which, like, all right, I'm like, in my New Deal for a New Society, all you people that are against abortion, all you pro-lifers, okay, man, now you have the opportunity. Okay, if you got a young woman, how would they do that? I'd like to give them a fair shot and say, some representative goes in, hey, you want to have a kid? We will take care of you
will help you build your life.
Yeah.
Because now she's building for two, right?
Right.
So that's employment, that's
Right.
education, that's the general well-being of
Right.
the new human you're bringing into the environment,
Right.
right? Hopefully in a healthy environment with a sense of society where there's growth, where you can see success from hard work, not just hard work and poverty, but success through hard work,
Right.
you know.
So yeah. So right. So like the yeah. Again, like I just feel like these right to life people. All right.
It's good. Help us.
We are. We'll give you the right to life, but you got to sell them on it. If a girl wants to get an abortion, girl, whatever, woman, she gets an abortion. You want to sell her on raising her kid, you get a reasonable opportunity to do it through a social worker. And then,
But then just don't leave her alone. I mean,
Right.
she's got a new human she has to take care of. That's 18 years.
you want to be the rights of adoption, right?
Mm-hmm.
Advise on that. That could be
Yes.
that's, there's a lot of different possibilities.
There are lots of possibilities. Oh, I don't know if you knew, you had safe housing. Like, how many women find themselves in this situation and they don't even have safe housing, right?
Right. So I tried to do some quick figures before we went on the air here, and all right, the final one I got was like 10,000 women, $600 million, 1 year of housing, and
In a dormitory
yeah,
environment.
I think it came out to like $50,000 for 1 year, 10,000 women, $600 million. I did not get a chance to figure out how many women need it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, there's a lot of women don't need anything, right? They're gonna, they're gonna be able to raise their own family. But this is the women in need section.
Right, or they have family they can live with, but they still need support. If you have parents, you're fortunate to have parents that you can raise your children with, multi-generational households. We've moved away from that. There's nothing wrong with a multi-generational household.
Right.
You can live with your older aunt, your mom, your grandparents, and it be a success story.
Right.
They get to know their family.
Right. Oh, what else was I thinking of? Yeah.
It's not defeat, it's strength to pull together.
Yeah.
To raise a new person.
So there are, obviously, good morning, Rich, right? There are a lot of, there's different groups now helping women with maternity. I do not have a comprehensive knowledge.
Well, there's the state and then there are private, so
Right, but certainly.
We would hope that they're all legitimate and honest.
That's right. So, maybe at the federal level, we pump that up. And then, I don't know, maybe if we got to build dorms for women, I don't know. Maybe we should think about that. And then, my vision is they're all helping each other out. Women that are helping each other out. Women that are helping each other cook. Women that are clean, whatever. They got a lot, their kids are young, they're running around, whatever. Women together, and then, I don't know, maybe they're outside relationships. Maybe they're all over the place.
Right, but also tutoring programs for the kids. I was fortunate when I moved down to the street I moved into, in a bit of a disenfranchised neighborhood, in all honesty, when I moved there. But there were a lot of single moms on my block. There were 7 single moms. 5 of us had full custody. And we worked together as a group. We had hand-me-down exchanges. Mm-hmm. We had an Excel sheet with everybody's sizes on it. We swapped out babysitting hours. We helped each other get back on our feet. I mean, sometimes the structure's not there to help these women, but if they could step into a structure that would help them do that, maybe that would change the outcome, right? Working together to build stronger humans. Also, homework, right?
Yeah.
When parents are exhausted,
mm-hmm.
Parents, when you're in a 2-parent household, single-parent household, you're tired
right.
from work. You sit down and you have to do study with your kids. Or maybe no.
I hate to use the word kibbutz since I've ragged on the Israelis so much.
Well.
But it's what it's kind of like. It's a kibbutz for women.
Yes, kind of. It's women who are working together to build a stronger life for themselves and their children.
And it's not anti-men. we work the men in later when they're ready. I don't know.
Or if they're raising children alone, they'll need the same support system too. Huh?
Right.
So
Maybe
there are men who are raising their children alone.
Right, that's
who need
right. That's right.
The same support system. I mean, the goal here is to raise healthy, well-rounded adults who are coming out of a situation of need. That's the goal, right?
Right. And then like my idea is you're gonna like if you promote the idea of a 16-week limit on abortions. They're going to come out of the woodwork and say you're a baby killer and all that shit. I'm like, fuck you, man. Well, here's your opportunity, man. You want to bitch about fucking making life? We'll help them.
Support them.
You're pro-life? We'll get behind us. We'll help women. We'll help women have babies. If you want to be pro-life. Sure, they come in 10 weeks and, well, all right, it all, like, this depends, right? Oh, wow.
Well, it's not about buying a jumper for the baby. It's actually about building a structure where that kid can grow into a well-rounded, healthy adult.
Yeah.
Which means they need more than just, the superficial needs. You need
I do want to scream at the right to lifers, like, after the baby's born, come on. That's when you need help.
Follow up.
Oh, you took responsibility and you haven't met your responsibilities. And now you must starve and suffer.
Well, people like to take shots at single moms, when in reality, they're the ones who stuck around. Okay?
Yeah.
They're the ones who stuck around. So you can take a shot at them all you want because they need help with food. They need, in order to get their kids where they need to be, they can't work jobs that give them regular 9 to 5s. 9 to 5, you're not at school pickup.
I'm not kidding, man. Like I saw this, here, race doesn't matter, but I saw this black guy. He usually talks about black fatigue or whatever, but this white girl, he was talking about this white girl's video, and she was a white girl that had like 3 kids, and she was bitching about they've cut the federal funds to cut the fee, for this housing in the local shelter, and now I'm kicked out. And she's really in some trouble in her car, 3 kids, and this guy's like saying, "Oh, you made that choice yourself." Fuck you, you asshole! I can't stand people that sit there in comfort while other people are suffering and they make some moral judgment over them. Fat fuckers! Who said you were Jesus Christ come to earth? Nonsense!
Well, in the same way you're criticizing them, you could be lifting them up. You could be speaking words of strength into that woman. You could be volunteering. You could be donating to families and structures who can build a stronger support system. You can't complain. I mean, that woman didn't make those children alone.
No, she didn't. Christ, fucking heart should go out to fucking people. Jackasses. I can't stand it sometimes. I remember an Orthodox Christian priest preaching that Mary and Joseph were not refugees. Remember they were refugees in Egypt?
Yeah.
Because they had to run away from Herod killing kids, right? And he's telling me they're not refugees. He's taking time out of the Christmas fucking sermon to tell us that Mary and Joseph were not refugees after the birth of Jesus. An Orthodox priest, Christian priest, was trying to teach me that. Are you out of your minds? Christ. We're lost. All right. So happy day. I'm sorry, honey. Yeah, that's right. We're cooking up a new society here. And what are you guys cooking up on Mother's Day here? Huh? What kind of happiness are they cooking up? Wieners. Are you cooking wieners? S'mores? That's what we're going to do. We're doing s'mores later. Let's get serious about this. All right. You guys know, like, if you know my channel, like, God damn, Frank Lutz fucked up the whole, Well, he did make a lot of money, I imagine, at lobbying others and fucking, because they did change the estate tax, and they did fuck it up. All right, originally at some point, it was only $1 million. I think in the 90s or something like that. This is the estate tax. The estate tax, which President Lincoln put in to pay for the fucking Civil War. So obviously, when you fuck with it, that'll put a big hole in your fucking budget. Fuckers. All right. So they did the hanky panky occurred in 2001, and they fucking set it back. And then I actually think one fucking year they skipped fucking collecting it in 2011 or something. Well, I don't know what the fuck they did. Anyways, the deductions, this used to be for fucking estates over 1 million, okay? And then, and the tax, I don't know what the fuck it goes from 5% to 40% or something like that. Here, it's capped at 35%, okay? Or 40%. So in 2010, they made it a $5 million exemption, 35% top ratio. And then, now it's a $15 million exemption. You have to make $15 fucking million. No. When you're dead, you have to leave $50 million in your estate. Here's one philosophical fucking thing you rich people need to think about. Who the fuck gave you, like, after you die, what does God say that you have a right to give your wealth? How? To who? Did God provide for that? Maybe the state should take it off you. What right do you have to your wealth? Anyway, you're dead. Huh? What right do you have to your material goods after you die? You're dead. Well, I wanted to go to my daughters and sons and blah, blah, blah. Well, what inherent right? What inherent right or duty does the state have to you to give your goods to your progeny? There's no such thing. There's no guarantee. Well, here, there is a guarantee, right? I'm trying to blow your head up. I'm just trying to say, like, you're dead. Why the fuck do you give money about your giving to the federal government so we can all survive? Right? Well,
I think
that's a little intense. But anyways, in estate taxes, there's no exemption at all, right? You just, I don't know what the fuck. I think it's 5%, basically. There's estates, there's the size of the estate and there's a scale and all that shit. But basically, it starts from $1,000. And here, the federal tax is $15 million. And that came up from $1 million. And that was lower before they fucked it all up. Only 1% of the population pays it now.
Wow.
Ask AI, if you reduce that $15 million to $1 million deduction, what would that give you? That would give you $269 billion over a decade. So, you're just ranting and raving, you don't know shit. I know lots of stuff, all right? I do have an inferiority complex, but I'm getting over it. Every day I'm working on it, right, honey? And I'm learning to love myself slowly every day. All right.
We all have something, okay? Fact is, we can all learn and figure it out and work together. If you find inconsistencies and things,
so I said, so the number was 600 million for 10,000 women. I don't know how many women are going to need it, right? But we can get the estate tax can't pay for everything, but 200 to 269. I don't know.
Well, access to healthcare and to birth control would solve some of these problems. We look before the problem starts to understand how we can help it too. Right?
Oh yeah, where's the money come from? Richard John Robin Hood Walters. Yeah, you heard it first. I would like to nationalize some industries. And what else? I don't know. Ways to raise money somehow. And then you got these billionaires begging to be taxed. I'm not kidding, man. Buffett says, fucking tax me more. A lot of these guys do. Come on. Come up with something. Oh, God.
We're not the only people to see the holes in this, is the point. People can see the holes in the taxes. And that The average person
Right.
can't make ends meet. And the people who have a lot of money are getting tax breaks. And there's,
And the whole women thing was like, okay, the guys and girls, the guys over here get their guns, and women, reproductive rights, reproductive health care, foster care, children, the
well,
whole.
and equal rights.
We're equal rights,
if you
sure.
right, you want us to have children. That's great.
That's right.
Okay, but then you have to support us to do that.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's what we need to support women, man.
That's
we need to
right.
support women. Make the women happy. You know what? Like the Argentine tango
Make the
hates
kids
me now.
happy.
The community? No, they don't. They just, well, whatever. Just kidding.
Yeah. We like
They
them.
love us. They love me. But I always had these great milongas, these social dances. And you know what I did? I always put out nice food, wine. Music was really good. Like, you should see my place, man. I got this funky place, in this garage kind of thing. And I got this coolie upstairs office gallery. And it's always about, think about making the women happy, man. Anytime you make the women happy, you bring a lot of people to your event, right? Anything. Make the women happy. If you make the women happy, you're going to have a happy society.
Oh, you make men happy too. You make everybody happy. The fact is, you find reasons to pull together, to get to know each other, to speak, to talk to each other, to have good times, because you make friendships that'll be there in the bad times too, right? Being a supportive friend, right? Making friends, being supportive of the people around you, being supportive of your community. It takes time to build those relationships. We need to have spaces in order to build those relationships. We need to work together to have it.
Right. Jeepers.
It doesn't happen overnight. You don't make friends overnight. But consistency does make friends.
Right. That's right.
Sunday meals, right? Getting together Sunday meals once a month. The event here in Garfield.
Yeah.
First Fridays where you come out, you meet the same. We see a lot of the same people. Month after month. It's great. Building relationships with those people.
Right.
It's good. You network. Yeah. What you don't know, you can find someone who does, and they can help you with it. It's important to help each other. It sounds so simple, but we've moved away from that.
Right. My love.
Yes, babe.
I believe.
We're done.
Yes.
I think so too.
I think so too. I wanted to say, I'm 64 years old. I think life is a long, hard slog oftentimes, and you have to pray and hope to carry forward. And then you got to keep your chin up, man, because you're going to get knocked around when it's not a hard slog. You have times for happiness, but man, strap it on, boys. Buckle up.
Buckle up. I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day, all of you. And those who share sadness on Mother's Day for many reasons. We see you, we're sending you love. We know that it's not always easy. We know that interpersonal relationships are not always easy. And you're not alone. You can build a community where you feel understood and where you can help others. And we invite you to join us.
All right, man. Okay.
Yeah.
God bless us, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.